He's won at least 20 games the past 5 seasons, more than 100 wins, played at Tufts University, Towson University head coach, Pat Skerry. Welcome Above the Rim.
Thanks for having me.
So, being a coach, what made you decide, I mean, you're a player, what made you decide you wanted to be a coach?
My wife always gives me a hard time. I say I've never had a real job, and she's always like, please don't say that because you're not around a lot. Yeah, I was a gym rat kind of growing up, small college player, worked camps all the time, and always knew I thought I wanted to coach. A true story, when I finished playing at Tufts, my mom got me a job at an international educational firm in Cambridge, Massachusetts, in the shipping department. I worked Monday through Thursday. My parents were divorced. My father had taken my 2 younger brothers away. On my way into work Friday, I decided that wasn't for me. I played a lottery ticket, won $423, thought I was ready to retire, and I hung up the shipping industry. And then I became a volunteer coach at my alma mater. So I've juggled a lot of hats. To get into coach, I haven't coached in high school. I've coached at Division III, Division II, Division I, refereed soccer, basketball, bartended, got my real estate license, substitute taught, so I've done a little bit of everything.
What do you think, so with all that, do you think that'll help you? What do you think helps make a good coach?
Yeah, I think the ability to communicate, you got to work, got to be willing to constantly learn and improve. I don't think anyone creates anything. We take it, we take it all the time. Then a lot of it depends on our level. Obviously, our level of recruiting and scheduling, a lot of that stuff goes into becoming a good coach. You'll remember my first year, we lost the most games in the country, and the next year we set an NCAA record for the biggest single season turnaround. We ran the exact same offensive stuff, the exact same stuff. The difference was we had different guys taking the shots, so you look like you know a little bit more when you have good players. That's a big piece of it.
So getting good players, talk a little recruiting. How hard is it to find players? If there's a kid out there who's like, how do I get in contact with a coach? What's the best way to get in contact? Would you want them to send you like their YouTube link? I mean, what works and what doesn't work?
First of all, in recruiting, I always tell our staff it's about getting. Who can we get? Because finding who the good players are, that's not that hard to do. Getting them is not as easy. I think in this day and age, there is so much more with social media or YouTube, and we get all that stuff all the time. And sometimes you can stumble onto it. There's no clear-cut path, though. I still think, playing well for your high school team and your prep school team and your AAU team, and for us, we're always looking for talent. We want toughness, and then character. And to me, you're eventually trying to find out was he a good person? Was he a good student?
Grades important. People, it is school.
Yeah, it's unbelievably important because at the end of the day, we try to tell guys when we recruit them, this isn't a 4-year relationship, it's hopefully a 40-year relationship. And, at some point, I want all the guys to be able to play after college if that's what they want to do. And we've had quite a few do that. But at some point, they're going to hang them up, and they've got to have that degree to fall back on. I mean, it's a long life ahead of them. And I hopefully kids don't forget that piece of it, because the academic piece is crucial. It also helps them build habits, daily habits that they're going to need in order to be successful in college and beyond.
AAU, high school, should a player, if they want to, should they definitely play AAU?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the nice thing around here, we have unbelievable high school programs and AAU programs. So I don't think a lot of places in the country can maybe say that they have both, and there's certainly outstanding coaches in both those fields. I think the tricky thing with basketball a lot is it's become like a year-long thing for these guys, and even in college, but we're the only sport really goes over both semesters academically. But now when you look at a good high school player, and this, they have a really good high school season, starts in fall leagues, and then the second the high school season ends, they're right in the AAU the next weekend, and that goes all summer. So it's tough to maybe juggle or not do both in this day and age.
What is Towson basketball?
Well, I hope it's something where people say that they, we're certainly not an eyesore anymore, and we've made some strides. Blue collar, I think a lot like our university. One of the things I love about working for Towson University is that I think our student population are kids that know how to work that'll overcome odds and do whatever it takes to become successful. Hope our program is a microcosm of that. We're not done yet. We haven't finished the job we were set out to do, but you know, it's a place, you know, as an alum, if you step on that campus, it's an impressive place to be at.
Parent out there, they got a good player. What do you tell a parent to say, hey, I'm going to give you my son, which is an awesome thing to do. What do you tell a parent I'm going to do for you or going to try to do for your kid?
Yeah, I think anytime a parent lets you do that, one, you're trying to help them finish the good job they've started, and that's a responsibility me and my staff take very seriously. You know, one, I'm going to be direct with them and honest with them. You know, we're trying to build habits. We tell guys all the time, we're trying to give you a roadmap to success, right? Academically, athletically, socially, how to be a good person. The more you can stay on that road, the better chance you have to be successful. We also tell guys, anytime you decide to get off that exit, you waste a lot of gas and energy, and that can deter you from getting where you want to get to. But I think honesty and communication are two key components in recruiting and hoping to, you know, get a student athlete to come join you.
I like what you said about 40 years. Coach, thanks for coming. Above the Rim.